Good morning! It is Saturday and this is another occasional vlog. Yes, I've managed to stay at it and do one a week so far. I might even consider changing them back to weekly vlogs. Anyway, yeah, once again, thank you. I've checked the viewing figures are in, and another 200 people watched this weekly vlog, the one I just put live yesterday. That's awesome! Because you kind of think there'd be a bit of a fall off, you know. But no, people are still watching them. Anyway, we are now 24 days out from our next Florida trip. We are very excited. I have not yet started packing, despite that being on my list of things to do for the last 2 weeks. So that is something that I'm going to have to look at doing today, I think. I've got a new record that I bought last week to listen to as well, so that probably won't particularly well soundtrack packing, because it's very chilled post-rock, so I'll probably put it on and I'll be like... But yeah, 24 days out. So I did think, while we are 24 days out, that's today, and it's Saturday today. This video will only go live next Friday, so by then we'll be like, you know, under 20 days out. And thanks to all the people who've commented and said that they're at the same time as us on this, Twitter, YouTube, hang on, that is this, Instagram and Facebook. Hopefully we'll see you out there. That should be fun. Get to say hello to some people. Don't worry about coming up and saying hello to us if you think, you know, if you're a bit shy or anything, because I'm shy too. Yeah, I mean, come and say hello. Today, Gemma is at work. Obviously, it's Saturday. She works Saturdays. She's actually going out with work for a meal afterwards, so she's not going to be home until much later. So there won't be any cooking today. Well, I actually will be cooking because I'm going to cook for myself. I'm going to do my standard meal when Gemma is out with work. I have steak a la steak, which is a steak and a steak. I call it turf and turf. But I'm also going to build this, I think, because I bought it last week and I haven't built it yet. I've saved Lego to build for the weekend. I'm also probably going to have to do some laundry and stuff. And I've just noticed this on the G7X. I can't show you because it's on the G7X, which I'm recording this on. In fact, yes I can. Should we do a picture in picture? I'm challenging myself to be able to edit that now, aren't I? If I do this, now you can see picture in picture what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm even showing you. I shouldn't do picture in picture really, should I, ever again. But yeah, anyway, you can see here on the camera the grip's coming off. Disappointing. I mean, this camera is 2.5 years old now, but I can't glue that down, can I? I might see if I can get some double-sided sticky tape and just double-side it down just for the time being, because this always happens with me and Canon cameras. My SLR, this happened to as well. Anyway, that's a complete side step from what I was talking about. So while I was doing that bit picture in picture then, I stopped the recording on this camera and then carried on chatting to this camera and then wondered why it suddenly turned itself off, which freaked me out, and I'll tell you why, right? So I've not been sorting my clothes out for the holiday, but I have started sorting out all the camera equipment, and as a result of that I had to order some new memory cards, because I have a habit of either losing them. I'm around the house, so they're around somewhere. I think there's probably like a little pile of them in a corner that a bird's probably gathered up to build a nest. And I also break them. So this is one that we use. I mean, this is a slightly older one, but you can see, you can possibly see if you look closely that there's a bit missing in this corner here. You can just see it behind my finger, there's a chip out of it. Apparently you can't just buy the cases and replace the electronics into a case, so once the case snaps it's done. Which is a bit annoying. I am toying with getting into 3D printing, and apparently you can print 3D print cases for them, but I'm not sure if the tolerances will be any good. But that's a discussion for another day. So yeah, anyway, what else was I going to say about today? The problem is, because I stopped recording, I can't remember what I've already mentioned. Right. Let's do some power of editing. Okay. So the intention for today is I'm going to try and build this Lego set, because we bought this last week and we didn't build it. Yeah, I saved Lego for a whole week. So I'm going to try and do that later. I can't put it down. And then other than that, relax there. Tomorrow, the plan is we're going to go and watch Joker in town. Gemma's really eager to see that. I'm not a big fan of the cinema, but I will go along because I know Gemma wants to see it. And I think after that we'll probably have some food, probably Nollia Cantina, and maybe a beer or two. We mentioned in the past we used to go to a pub called the Dispensary. The landlord of the dispensary was something of a character. He didn't suffer fools gladly, maybe, but I suppose it was unfair because he kind of overreacted quite a lot. He was always super friendly to us, but he's retired recently, and the pub has been taken over by a new, younger group of people who own a bar in town. They have ideas that they want to do to it, but we want to go and see what they've done already, because obviously it was like a very traditional British pub with, you know, nothing fancy. It didn't take cards, it didn't have cocktails, and they own and run a cocktail bar. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens there, because I have minimal interest in going to a cocktail bar in the UK. I don't mind having a cocktail in Florida in the sunshine. Over here I'd rather have a pint of beer. So we'll see what happens there. And I think, yeah, we might try Brewdog or Dead Crafty. We're not sure yet. No shopping though, because we spent enough last week. Because the shopping didn't end, by the way. I bought myself some new headphones, which came in a box like this, and bear with me, I'm going to have to do this one-handed because I didn't prep this. The problem with the occasional vlogs is trying to find things to film and tell you about, because I'm not very good at that sort of thing. But yeah, these are Teotronics. Never heard of them. But they're those noise cancelling ones, so when you can literally put the headphones on your head, turn the noise cancelling on, and then like sort of the fish tank, you won't be able to hear. If I've got the dehumidifier running, you won't be able to hear that. In the week we watched Mr. David and Mr. Ian's videos. They're very good, by the way, if you want to watch them. Florida trips, very funny. They were flying home on the plane, and obviously in the background you could hear the plane noise. So I put the headphones on and put the noise cancelling on, and the background noise for the plane just went. It was really weird. But that's because I struggle on planes to get any sleep and rest because of noise, so I'm hoping that that'll help. I've just kicked the glass over and now I'm kicking it around the living room. The other thing I had to buy, this was an had to buy, is a new pair of shoes for work. So I bought a new pair of Docs. These are just Doc shoes. Actually they're called Coronado, which is good because we're staying in Coronado Springs on our next trip. Still haven't done the pre-trip chat yet. But Gemma had a discount for them from Shoe, so I got 15% off. They should have been 80. And then the day after, Doc Martens had a sale. Yeah, and I just bought the memory cards as well. They're for the next trip. The reason I freaked out, by the way, with these when I talked about the memory cards is because I'm actually using one of the new memory cards right now, because I like to test them before I go on holiday, just to make sure they work with the camera and everything. So let me know. Does it feel any different? Apparently these are X-ray proof. All SD cards were X-ray proof. Thought it was film that you had to be careful with. Who knows? But yeah, while I was recording then, suddenly the camera turned off and I was like, oh, no, these memory cards are rubbish, are they? And no, it was actually I just stopped recording, the camera just turned off because of like auto shut off. Anyway, I've talked way too much, so we'll get started with the Lego in a bit. And I won't vlog doing housework, but I will vlog cooking me tea. Something like that. If I get it the other way around, you see just like 20 minutes of laundry, then I'm not as good at this as I hoped I would be before we go away next time. So that's kind of annoying. Remember last week when I had the issue with the soup that was popping ever so slightly in the microwave? And that always happens when you're cooking soup, doesn't it? So today I did a Moroccan soup with chickpea in it, followed the instructions on the container, put it in the microwave, it popped a few times, and then it went bang, and then the whole thing fell over. So now I have a microwave full of soup. And no lunch. Well, we got a Resistance Y-Wing fighter build. I like this set. It was a fun build. Not too much repetition, which is always nice on these builds. These bits are a bit boring to make, but there's some nice detail on top here. And we've got 4 characters with it, so that's pretty good going. We got this astromech droid here. It doesn't actually say what his name is. I'm assuming he'll be in the new film, possibly in the background somewhere, doing his due. We also have the new accompaniment to BB-8, which is Dio. We have a First Order Snowtrooper, is this? Yes. Oops, and he's taken a tumble. We also have a Poe Dameron, who is also about to take a tumble. And inside here we have a new to me character called Zorii Bliss. He or she is sat in the cockpit of the ship on the box, so I'm assuming in the new film that is who will be piloting this particular ship. I like this. I've always wanted, well, I have for a little while wanted a Y-Wing. Don't keep asking me Y-Wing. Yeah, so this one came out for the new film, so I thought I'd pick it up. And as previously mentioned, if I pick this one up, it means I don't pick the Ultimate Collector's version up, which is a lot bigger and a lot more expensive. So it was kind of a nice thing to just, you know, it was a nice compromise. I just need to get these bits right. They're just not quite fitted correctly. Because some of the bits in Lego are really obvious, you know, like snap together. Like that bit goes on top of that bit and so on. These kind of fit into place with a little bit of random guesswork. So you've got to get them placed correctly. Now my next question for this set is, where am I going to put it? So all my Star Wars Lego is upstairs in the back bedroom, so let's go and have a look. So yeah, this is the situation we now have. There's not a lot of room up here for more Lego. I even cleared those 2 shelves and they're full as well. Here to the right there in the bottom is the new Skywalker that I got last week as well, which is stood next to the Skywalker I have from, I think it's from Clone Wars, the cartoon series. But yeah, this is my Star Wars ships shelf. Well, 2 of them. We have an X-Wing and we have Kylo's, I can never remember, it's the TIE ship, but I can't remember the name of it. We have a Millennium Falcon down there. Again, not the Ultimate Collector's set one. I bought that one, so I didn't buy the Ultimate Collector's. And I don't think I ever showed this one on video, but this one's from Solo, and I got that in the sales from the Disney store. So yeah, I ran out of space for that one, so it's just kind of up there, which means I don't have room for this one either. So I think we're going to have a shelf rearranged, because I think I'm going to take all the minifigs off the shelves and some of these smaller sets and just box them away. The minifigs, some of them I might put on the Disney train because they'll fit quite well. I like these ones. But yeah, I think I need a thin out. Benny! Yeah, the issue I do have can probably be best illustrated by pointing out that there is a large off-road vehicle in my suitcase that I'm not planning on taking on holiday with me. This is one that I got in the sales at half price. It's cooking time! Today I am mostly having air-fried chips, which I do need to turn on, but it's noisy, so I'll do that in a bit. 2 small rub steaks and 2 of these mushrooms. Why does it seem so smoky in here? Is it because of these terrible lights? It is. Yeah, so I've tidied the kitchen a bit. I've done lots of pots and tidied around the hob today, and that's been about it really. Oh, I cleaned the cat's room as well. But you know, I didn't vlog any of that because you don't want to see me cleaning the cat's room. Anyway, air fryer time. Nice thing about the air fryer is you can just throw oven chips in and turn it on, give it 25 minutes and they're done. We get the less fat oven chips as well, so they're a bit healthier, and because oven chips already come with oil on them, you don't have to worry about putting any extra oil in the air fryer. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to carry on cooking. So the chips are the easy part, but for my mushrooms I like to have these big ones. Bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, garlic powder, and then some cheese on top. Bang them in the oven for about 18 minutes, let the cheese melt down, and they're absolutely delicious. And as for the steak, I think everyone has their own method for cooking steak. I use this cast iron skillet that I think we bought from IKEA. It has been seasoned with a bit of oil. I've also added some oil onto my steaks, and I've added this rub from the Spice and Tea Exchange place in Walt Disney World, in Disney Springs. We picked this one up on our January trip, and we've had quite a few steaks out of it, and there's still loads of it left. It's really nice. Nice coffee flavours to it. But yeah, once this gets up to a good temperature, it's getting there now, it's getting quite hot, I will sear the steaks on it, give them a nice stripe on them, and I will then probably do 2 minutes each side to get a nice medium rare to medium steak. That's what I like. A bit longer if you want it medium well or well done, but I like it medium rare to medium. The thing I also find is if you put too much meat on one skillet, it takes all the heat out of the skillet, and that's not good for the steaks, so I'm going to do them one at once. Sounds good to me. Oh, look at that. Steaks are done, mushrooms have been placed on top of them. Those mushrooms look amazing. I made way too many chips. I'm going to eat this now. Well, some of it I'll probably leave some chips. I probably won't. Look at you getting ready. Looking all dolled up as well in a nice dress. No. Well, I can't really show because you've just hidden it.
I've hidden it under my blanket coat.
Under your Doctor Who
coat.
coat.
Halloween scarf.
And your Halloween scarf. We're going to go into town, aren't we?
Yes.
Well, you would hope so, being that you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
You should put your jacket on to sit on the couch all day.
What's cold?
Yeah, you want to go and watch the Joker, don't you?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go and have some food and a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
It should.
It does mean from this point on you'll be on my phone cam.
Because it's raining.
Because it's raining. Well, we've picked a lovely day to come into town. It's pitching it down, and there's a young seagull over there. So that's your seagull update for the week.
Surprise, surprise, there's no kids playing in the fountains.
Yeah, no kids in the fountains today. Right, we're going to go straight to the cinema, I think, today, aren't we?
Yeah.
So no Disney, no Lego store, we've spent enough. Look in the Taco Bell window. Wait, hang on, let's have a look in the cat cafe window. No cats today.
There.
No.
They're all smuggling customers.
Yep. Bit of a change, we've decided to come to the Fact cinema today, the independent one. It should be good. We normally just go to the Odeon, but we thought we'd try something different.
Yeah.
I was tempted by the bar, but we can't find the cinema screen we're supposed to be in. We just walked into an art exhibition by accident. So you enjoyed the film?
Very much so.
Gemma enjoyed the film. Yeah, I thought it was good too, I must admit. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as I thought as it was. It's very well done. I generally like more cartoony, superhero type, action type movies, comic book movies.
I like it.
But that one was good. And the cinema was really nice as well.
Yes, it was. Very nice in there.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
Anyway, we're going to grab beer and Brewdog now. Starting with a dark beer. This is a very chocolatey one, porter. The Gemma's got a Clockwork Tange, haven't you? Clockwork Tangerine. They call it Clockwork Tangerine here because they can't fit it on the board. This is really nice. It's really chocolatey. Road number 2, and I've got a razor which is over to the right, and Gemma's got a cider. You want to try it? That is cool. You're going to try it? Yeah, there's a pumpkin spice cider. Oh, really nice. It's good. My beer is okay. It's very watery, mine. Look at these earrings as well. Getting in the Florida mood with some manatees. Doodles. So I had 2 beers.
One beer and one cider.
Yeah, you had a cider, didn't you? Now we're going to go and get some food because we're hungry. Should we try somewhere new, Gemma?
Yeah, let's try Lolita Cantina. Not been there before. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, me too. Let's go and try that then. That sounds like a great new place to try that we've never tried before on every single vlog that we've done in town.
Lolita Cantina.
Dinner is served in slightly mood lighting restaurant. Gemma has the cheeseburger, and I have my usual pulled pork burger. Gemma tapped out. Good?
Very good.
Yeah, mine was really nice too.
I'm not used to a double patty.
She's not used to a double patty. I am. We're going to try the dispensary with the new landlords and owners and see what we think. And here we are in the dispensary with a pint of plum porter apiece. This is a really nice proper British pub. This recent, I think I mentioned on, I'm not sure if I mentioned or not because I had some videoware problems on Saturday, but this pub's recently changed hands and the previous owner was a bit notorious for being a bit of a character, shall we say. We never had any issues with him, but the new guys are super friendly, so we're giving it a first chance. I'll be perfectly honest, the beer's not as nice as it was in my opinion, but they're new to this, so we'll give them a chance again because the welcome was perfect. So I suppose I better end this weekly vlog here. Yeah, we had a nice evening there. We had probably 2 or 3 beers in dispensary. We petted a dog. That's always good. The staff were super friendly. Atmosphere is chilled. We chatted and had some fun with some of the regulars about how the landlord was and how it's changed since. And we all agreed that, you know, despite some of the TripAdvisor reviews, he used to keep a good pub. So, but yeah, it was good fun. Anyway, I normally end these things abruptly, so I need to find something now to end this video abruptly with. Cocaine buffing.